All right, hello everybody, and welcome back to the Rain City Variety Podcast. We're broadcasting today here, doing a little bit of a mic check to just kind of figure out the new mic we have going here. I've heard the concerns about audio, and we are fixing to get better mics and kind of have everything equalized so it's not so spiky and up and down for your ears there. So thank you to all the listeners that have kind of commented on that. All I don't know if it's criticism or at this point I'd call it all information onto as to feedback. That's the word. Any feedback would be great, just to kind of get this going, as it's all just a learning process here. So yeah, I just wanted to come on and say hello. Hope everyone's doing nice on a Wednesday. It was one of those weird ones where you wake up and it's raining so hard you bring an umbrella and it doesn't work, and then by noon it was one of the nicest days we've had in a while here. So yeah, I guess before we get too much into this pod today, I want to take a minute to thank our unofficial sponsor of today's pod, Patient Sour Cran Peach Flavored Sour Dried Cranberries. The Neve got me these, and they're actually interesting. They're dried cranberries, but they have the sour sugar that's peach flavored on it, so it starts off tasting like a fuzzy peach, and then as the sugar melts, it tastes like sour cranberries. It was okay. I'm not gonna lie here. As the unofficial sponsor, I don't feel any duty to give you guys anything but the truth. If you like cranberries, maybe you'd like this. Myself personally, after the sugar wore off, I was kind of regretting putting them in my mouth, to be totally honest with you. So, thank you to our sponsor, unofficial sponsor, Patient Sour Cran Peach Flavor. Check them out if you like bland things, or sour cranberries, I guess. I'm just going to touch on quickly for today about esotericism, or Western esotericism, which is kind of something I talked about during the egregore segment. So I looked into it more, and esotericism, it's more referred to as Western esotericism, and it's basically in the 17th century when everyone started to come over to North America from Europe. A lot of the beliefs in religion, spirituality, it really shifted as science took over, and I guess we kind of got more empirical and needed a little more factual proof to what is real. So things that would have been considered esoteric would be anything mystical or spiritual, studies like Gnosticism, the yogas, alchemy, magic, spiritualism, again, hypnotism, astrology, meditation, pretty much anything that's not an Abrahamic faith, so Christianity, Islam, or Judaism, kind of, for the most part, falls under this esotericism now. I think in the past it was a little different, when it maybe was in like the 17th, 18th century, but as of now, it's very much kind of old religions that have, I guess you wouldn't call them religions as much anymore, by at least the standard that we've grown up with here in the Western world. Yeah, so I guess today, if you were to describe someone as esoteric, they're considered a mysterious or hard to understand person. So I think that's kind of more of a way to you'd use it in today's society. If you hear something described as esoteric, or, oh, that's someone's so esoteric, it's just referring to someone that has a little air of secrecy, or like unknown to them, some mystique, if you will. Dictionary.com, it defines it as a inner circle of people with an in-depth knowledge of something obscure. And I guess if you're gonna kind of follow deep back onto it, what it would be is like the idea of, I don't know, say like the Egyptians and whatever they're doing and they're praying to, or the ways in their traditions. Maybe someone that still believes in the esoteric things might believe in like, oh, there's this like hidden meaning we haven't discovered, and if we discover that, it like, I don't know, say like, how were the pyramids made? Oh, well, there's this esoteric thing that happened, and if you follow that, this is how the pyramids were made. So it's kind of like secret society, but not in the like way of say the Illuminati, more like just a forgotten old way. There's things like Gnosticism and Hermeticism are two examples of esoteric beliefs, and they're just kind of things that fell off as the Abrahamic religions carried on, and they just kind of were old religions. Yeah, a lot of esoteric beliefs have this human spirit or soul has forgotten their state as divine beings and are ignorant in the means of escape, and that's kind of the idea of like the afterlife and everything. Anyhow, I just wanted to talk a bit and see how my mic's doing. I really hope the volume's better for you guys today, and I just wanted to check in. This is the 10th pod under Rain City Variety Pod. That's very exciting. The goal is to get to 100 and then keep going from there, I guess. I'm excited to announce 3-person circle with my co-host Dax will be taking place this Friday. Our first guest is Luke Williams. It's going to be a really fun pod. Luke's an interesting guy. He's got a lot of good stories we're going to hear from him. And yeah, stay tuned for that. I hope you guys are having a good week. And that's all for today. Take care, everybody.